Saturday, NFL, Denver Broncos on the road at the Cincinnati Bengals. Matt and Mo coming to you from the lines. This is 3.5 in favor of Cincinnati at home. Over the Broncos, 49.5 to 50 is our total. You guys already know Cincinnati still by the numbers involved in the playoff hunt here. Still need some things to go right. But first and foremost, Mo, they got to continue winning.
Yeah, and I'm not sure they're going to here. I like the Broncos quite a bit. Broncos money line, Broncos cheap 3 in my account. I do not understand how anybody can get 2-3 or past 3 with these two teams. It is baffling to me that Cincinnati got up to 3.5. I think there's still some expensive 3.5s on the plus side out there. I chose to go the less expensive route there. I do not know how you can get these teams past 3. I mean, I do rate Cincinnati a hair higher than Denver just because passing offense carries all of the water in the league nowadays, and theirs is better. I don't rate them significantly higher to where the Broncos should be 3-point dogs. I mean, with a rest advantage as well, and honestly, this defense kind of got embarrassed in the second half of that game against the Chargers. They rate so well in all of the metrics. I think we're going to see a better performance. I think a lot of it is going to come down to corralling Joe Burrow in the pocket. I mean, the guy is an absolute... Yeah, he reminds me a lot of Patrick Mahomes in the pocket. I mean, he is an eel in there. Trying to get your hands on him, and he is a slippery, slippery dude, man. And he's quite aware of what's going on around him, and he is frequently able to mitigate poor blocking up front, which he has seen, unfortunately, plenty of this year. Their line has not been as good as it probably should have been on paper. So I think Denver's pass rush is going to be having its chances. Will they get their hands on him, or will they let him escape and find somebody downfield? But then you look at the matchup on the edge, and with this secondary, I mean, they have Riley Moss coming back. I believe he logged a full practice. I think he's playing. It's Denver secondary's whole. They have the horses to match up with these guys. I don't think it's going to be easy mode for Cincinnati. I know that I just feel like the market is maybe confident in them after they just destroyed the Browns. That was like not a real NFL offense that they played. And yeah, I think Denver is going to put up much more resistance. And I don't know I don't know why the Bengals would get stops here. I mean, I know they put a little bit of pressure on the quarterback, and that's kind of what you need to do against Bo Nix, but every time I see Denver against these bad defenses, they're pretty much moving the ball. Their O-line should dominate in this game, so I can't get them to 3, man.
I like this. We don't have these very often, so I'm on the other side of this one with Cincinnati. Their offensive line going to be healthy for the first time in a very long time, so they'll have all 5 starters back out there. Now, how effective they're going to be determined, but at least it's starters and not backups for Cincinnati out there in this one. This doesn't have – I have no motivation factor handicapped into this, so like don't get it twisted, guys. I'm not like going like, oh, they're going to got to do this because they got it in the playoffs. It's going to take a miracle for them to get in the playoffs. They need so many different things to go right. It really kind of comes down to, with Denver, having Surtain, who can just absolutely, shut down most receivers. I kind of am really looking forward to them trying to shadow Jamar Chase. I think that's going to be really, really bad news for them. I don't know if they'll do it. And if they don't do it and just have Surtain play aside, well, there might not be a better quarterback / team equipped to kind of take on and looking and be like, oh, okay, he's lined up with T. Higgins. I'm going to throw it to Jamar Chase. Oh, okay, he's lined up with Jamar Chase. I'm going to throw it to T. Higgins. Oh, it's Gesicki over the middle. I think that there's just a different animal that Cincinnati brings to most different teams from an offensive perspective that is pretty unique to this team. And as you mentioned with Burrow, just the Burrow factor is like almost unhandicappable because of what he's doing this year. It's like, it's so wild that we're sitting here debating whether it's Lamar or Josh Allen as far as the MVP. And we don't even talk about Joe Burrow, who if this team had 10 wins right now, would be the favorite. Like he would be the favorite, but they don't. And so, yeah. And here's the thing. I actually expect Denver to run the ball, and I think they'll do it effectively. But the problem is when you run the ball effectively, and you kind of fall in love with doing that, you have to be perfect, right? Like when you're running, it is the least efficient way of moving the ball in the NFL. And you basically you can get those 4-4-2s and 4-4-3s and whatever, you keep moving the chains, but then you get to like the 40-yard line and then it doesn't work, and you're forcing Bo Nix to pass the ball. And certainly this is as good a secondary as any for him to try to go up against, because Cincinnati hasn't been able to stop people all year long. But I just don't have a ton of confidence in Nix in this offense to be able to move the ball whenever they need to and pick up those first downs whenever the run game actually does kind of get stopped and does kind of get stalled. So Cincinnati can outscore anyone. I expect them to outscore Denver in this one. So I'd only play 3 though, 3.5. No good. And the 3s now are super, super expensive out there in this one. So maybe even by the time you watch this, they're gone. So I wouldn't play the 3.5s, but I thought the flat 3 was the play here in this one. Mo and I don't disagree very often, so I like that we're on opposite sides of a game here, so you can get both different both opinions on how this is going to go. Guys, as always, everything to do absolutely free, so go ahead, hit that subscribe button down below. Give us a thumbs up, and you on Mo's side, you on my side. Do you hate this game? Or you're not betting this game? Whatever it might be, let us know. And, of course, head over to Lions.com for all the additional commentary here on this one. Good luck on all your Broncos and Bengals bets.